eat if we can. And it's the dawn of the final hour. Dunk gunk. I'm so ready for it to be over. As we do this, let me look. When did I first start playing this? I should really add this to like my document that I have everyone's, or all the games I played, names and tags. Let's see. King, nope, that's Cube. Kingdom Come Deliverance Part 1. This was analytics. Uploaded on August 24th. Jeez Louise. It's actually almost been 3 months. In 2.5 months we've been playing this freaking video game, dude. Every Monday, even though we kind of switched. Missed like the last 2 Mondays. We're at our worlds. Eat. Don't cook. Talk to Sir Robard. It's been 2 days, brother.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Ishtvan's a stubborn bastard.
Alright, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest, you won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or until your final rest.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it.
All I could do is just go home, find the outfit, or get a nice bath.
The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keyser claims he can even hit it directly. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the portcullis.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey won't be easy.
And what's the plan for attacking the west wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire, so we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few
Where am I in
get
all
to the
this?
battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How will we take the battlements?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long way from victory. The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop to anyone with a bow on the inner battlements. We'll have to either fight our way through, or somehow get around them.
What about the living quarters?
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Ishtvan will know defeat is inevitable, but we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
But,
I think
don't
I've
they
heard
only
everything I need
have
to know.
Lady, and
Do you
Daddy?
want to join the
We
attack
saved
on
all the other
walls
hostages,
or on the gate?
I feel.
Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud
The
of
choice,
you.
okay.
You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
A village lad and an old soldier? This van must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take
I do the exact opposite.
one position after another.
I'll remember that.
You don't
luck,
understand how much of a god
Good luck
Henry
to you.
is.
old soldier.
Goodbye.
Sorry, Priest wouldn't go to Thomberg. You didn't want to come. Dunk dunk. Brother. Me and Jeffrey, dude. It's literally Jeffrey, and you cannot tell me otherwise. Siege. I'm ready, yellow boys. Let's go. Oh, I'm starving. Where are the bow boys? Nobody? I'm gonna pour hot, scalding ore. Where to the resolutions? Put me on it. Do like the Lord of the Rings thing where I'm on the tip and you just eat me over. I'm going first? I'm going first, boys. Come on, sons. Go! Oh, you bow boys are so toast. Not even using your bow, brother.
Smash them! Clear those battlements!
And this man's whole career. I bet, brother. We just killing guys? Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna stay with the boys. Because these guys are just power and numbers, obviously. Good job, lads. Oh my god. How do you sandwich? Ew. Got him. The amount of eye kills I have in this video game. I just knocked out server bar. Wowie. What are you doing to me? I have tinkle people here actually. Brother, you're dead. Let it happen. Um. You all go inside over here? Trespassing, apparently. He's done it. I don't know what. He's done it. What do you want from me? They're getting overpowered. Rude. Brother. Alright, Gramps. Oh my god. Where are you? Rude. Give me brain damage. I got the same hat, brother. Stand no chance. All right. Getting tossed around over here, brother. He's dead. He's dead? There we go. Look at this grizzly man.
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanush.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond.
Henry, I agree,
He's a
brother.
cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead.
Let him
because
go.
of him.
I don't care.
What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor.
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. And then he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
Uncle, I believe in you.
Vermin yet.
Lord Capon? Oh, he was the one getting tossed around by stabbing in the back like 4 times.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish,
Stephanie.
forgive me, husband. I'm sorry
For what?
for letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to.
I'll
Actually,
be in, Daddy.
you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go!
They're going to the Skalitz, brother.
Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Sir Hans, I'm coming. If I can gallop.
Yeah.
It's freaking B, not A. Oh god.
Yeah.
What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and its people. Something really big. But there'll be plenty of time for that later.
What should I say to him?
Don't worry, it'll come to you. You'll see.
Actual brother.
I just hope he'll be there. Alive.
Can you get a move on, brother? I want to over. I can keep pace with you, which is evident by
Toth keep his word?
me swerving back and forth.
Noble, right?
Yes. So am I.
So Radzig will be there.
The way you found Toth. Sneaking into Brannick all on your own. Well, what I mean is, hats off to you. Let's be doing that.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it.
Skirt, skirt. Listen, Hans, I'm starving. Ready to move on here.
Round, isn't it?
What do you mean?
How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
3 months actually.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us. A pair of veterans.
I was an apprentice blacksmith, not a turnip.
There's no sign of them. Move on.
The loudest horses side of the planet, dude.
There! I'm glad to see Istvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I've twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go! alright, Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
You can take my horse. It's pretty roomy, actually.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened.
Was it really Mother?
Marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
Well, he knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe.
I fought in like 9.
And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah, the sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Mark Vart von Aulitz.
Those are noble
Mark
intentions,
Vart.
son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Was that not it? He's done it! The 4 games I wanted to do of 2018 that I never did are done. Did them in the order: Assassin's Creed, Hollow Knight. That was 2017, I believe, but we did the Void Heart edition that was 2018. Celeste, I don't know when that came out. I'm gonna say 2018 for my own sake. And Kingdom Come Deliverance. If you want an order, I'll do it. Easily, by far, Hollow Knight was my favorite, even if that last week's worth of gameplay was just me doing boss rush for like an hour a day. Still a fantastic piece of media. Followed by Celeste. Even if it was out of my territory, it was still a fine game, and I have respect for it. Followed by Kingdom Come Deliverance. Game is fantastic, although it does have its moments where I want to just rip my hair out. And then Assassin's Creed I thought was a big letdown, as is every Assassin's Creed I play apparently since Brotherhood. I was like, you know what? I heard great things about Odyssey. Maybe I should just give it a try. We did a lot of it actually. Like we did like, they were all hour parts, I believe, and we were at almost at we were over 100, weren't we? That was the longest one by far. Kingdom Come came close. Hollow Knight, I think that's when I switched over to 30 minutes. 30 minutes to 40 minutes. I knew it was gonna be shorter. And yeah. Now, are there 4 games 2019 I plan to do that I missed? I don't know. I actually don't think I missed anything. Not that I can think of anyway. That I haven't already done. But this game was fine. Like that one review or that one comment I saw on like the I guess it was the store page or whatever. Like when I was getting the game downloaded. Also, interesting music choice. 70% of the time, the game is one of the best things you'll do, and then the other 30, when it just doesn't work right, you're gonna have the biggest migraine you could fathom. Yuri Bartonek. But I think Warhorse was competent. I think Warhorse is developers, and I look forward to seeing what they have cocked up. Don't expect DLC. I spent my time in Bohemia. I don't think the DLC is anything important. Like, what is the DLC? Control T, Kingdom Come Deliverance DLC. I think this is an epilogue mission we're gonna do. I believe. A woman's lot. Armed with fortitude and dignity, she faces the coming days with a smile on her lips. As God moves in mysterious ways, none of us can know how. So he plays of Theresa? That's like Theresa, all the pictures from the backside. Band of Bastards. Kingdom Come Deliverance 3rd DLC focuses on combat and more minor skirmishes. Sir Razzy's old enemies are pillaging his estates, so he enlists the help of an old acquaintance. Kuno of Reichwald, leader of the infamous mercenary band. I don't care. The amorous adventures of bold Sir Hans Capon. Second DLC of Kingdom Come Deliverance revolves around his attempts to woo the fairest maid he has ever set his eyes upon, and his success will depend only on his own mastery of the arts of love. It's also up to his trusty ringman Henry. And the first DLC is From Ashes, I think. It doesn't list it. I was born January 1st, 1973. There you go. First DLC for Kingdom Come Deliverance introduces an entirely new type of adventure. You have an opportunity to participate in building a new village from the ground up and experience firsthand what it was like to create a new settlement. No. But, game was fun. I'm glad. There was times where I was like, oh, just get me out of here. Like, really? I was like that. But, it's over. I think I had a game lined up But I think we're gonna do a holiday game. It's another long game is the thing. I'll say what it is. I was thinking about doing Subnautica. I think it could be a fine game to do. I played a bit of it, and I think I would be absolutely aggravated, but I think it'll be fun. So, because I know how the end game is, and apparently, God forbid, if you ever even look up a single guide, you will just be tarnished. But, just shunned from the community. But I do plan on doing that. But I think we're gonna do a holiday game, which is gonna be I don't know. I don't think I can think of Dead Rising 4. That's like the winter theme. And I played the Dead Rising games. The only one I haven't played. Well, I don't think did I ever play Off the Record? I don't know. I don't count that one. But yeah, the Rising games aren't that long. We might do like one or two other small things, like After Party, After Life, whatever that game's called, something else in that Zane, or not Zane, in that grouping. Osin. But yeah, let these play out. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Look at that. Relish in it. Relish in it. That'd be a great screensaver background. Not gonna lie. If the press B button wasn't there.
Doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know who sired you.
That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Who?
Don't go.
Oh, never mind. It dawned on me.
Don't go. No.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzik wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right.
Epilogue, I'm alright.
I'll go
I'm
straight
ready.
away.
What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies.
I'm just
And
Henry, your
here's
brother.
me as common as muck.
We're your god.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun, and I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
Excuse me? Scusi? Come on. An oath is an oath. Is it Epi? Are we on Epi? We are. I'm ready. During the day to meet Margrave Jobst. Where's my friggin' horse? Is it an actual mission or just like, hey, you're done? Hoping it's then, hey, you're done. Excuse me. We're up.
Ah, Hal. Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I
Bit dirty.
seem-
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Redzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
Oh, my favorite
honored
place,
gentleman.
Liechtenstein.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
Say Henry.
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur, that King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be
Dude,
king.
this mango
Why
ball is
didn't he just let
Heisenberg.
his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas has invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected King of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop
We'll let this
behaved
child
rather
in this room.
naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergholf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Berghoff is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghoff, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghoff know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, your grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war.
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Bergov at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Bergov would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
I feel quite hungry.
I feel
I
quite
expect
hungry.
it would be best to write it in your name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
Oh, what isn't really the issue?
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes, I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Bergov is no saint.
Don't worry.
There's no V in that name.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Bergov tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled.
I'm assuming we don't actually go there.
Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Bergov is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
Nope.
That's about all.
Very well. Take the letter from Sir Hanush. And good luck, son.
Oh, God damn it, my stomach hurts.
Letter from Margrave Jobst.
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now
You
remember
really
what we
wash?
said, boy. All you have
Actually,
to do
is
is
Jeffrey.
deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Come now, Hal.
Hey, congratulations, you can put it in the main storyline if you like. You can still embark on side quest activities, or just wander the world. End the game anytime afterward by riding off the map with Sir Hans, Capone Squad. I'm ready. Do a nice save here to never be seen again. Okay, CG. D. It is marked, right? In the country yard. Alright. After you, sir.
God bless you. See you later.
Are you good? Because I'm good. Oh my god. What?
Look out!
What happened?
So, can we set off now, Henry?
Yes.
Of course. I can't wait.
So, to horse! The Lord of Berghoff is bound to be waiting us eagerly.
Go after Capone.
Yeah.
I'm getting used to it.
What about Rodzig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you.
Excuse me?
Don't come to blows with a
They're
blacksmith,
forthcoming.
my young lord.
I prefer acquaintance.
What do you think about Sir Jobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again, but now it looks a lot more complicated.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. Beggar's belief.
I literally didn't listen to the cutscene. I was on Wikipedia.
Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a
Feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trust in your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
I thought other people were coming with us. Whatever.
What do you think
Like
of
3 other
Sigismund?
bodyguards.
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let them shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Pick the right people to send to give letters.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Ha! Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lambert, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of yachts.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel.
Uncle.
And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him. And his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit. But the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council? Little wonder they're back at their old tricks.
Hey, Hans. Where are we going? Or if I actually go, will you go? No. Are we really going to just walk or ride at a gallop or a strut, I believe, to the border of the map? Mate, going north.
Yeah.
Dude, that tune sounds so familiar. Probably original score, but that whole sounds like something else. I can't put my finger on it. I want to say Lord of the Rings, but I don't think it is. He's on it. delicious. We good? Making camp already?
How about it, Henry? Can we go? Are you ready for this?
Sure.
At last I'll get to see more of the country and have a bit of an outing.
Quite.
Achievement unlocked. The end. 2.5 months.
Let's get to it then. I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that whoreson who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with it.
Cheer up, Henry. I have a feeling you'll get your chance one day, and it won't be long in coming. Forward, men! Audentes fortuna juvat!
Fortune favors the bold. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Do I press a button? The end. He's done it. Well, anything else? If not, we might switch, I don't know. Gotcha. Alright, get me out of here.